Hi everyone. Hi, hola, bonjour, buongiorno, konnichiwa, and ni hao. Well, anyway, I just wanted to say hello in as many different languages as I could because there's a lot of people out there that don't, always appreciate just speaking English. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys are watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, Kalyn, and hopefully you'll get to know me a little bit. I really want to talk about things in the music business regarding my blog that I have. I have a blog on Blogger, and a lot of it is about helping people that are in the music business, or especially, I really like women and girls to get more into producing, and that's one thing I'd like to talk about. Why do women and girls not go into producing more in the background? They're great as singer-songwriters, and they're great, performers, but when it comes to producing, I don't see that many. I don't know why. Let's see. Anyway, I do play and perform, music. I used to do a lot of stage with my bands, but now I'm just behind the scenes. I really want to do background film, music, commercial, background, mainly jingles. That would be great. You can make great money that way, Did you guys know that? Yes, you can, and I will talk about that. Anyway, I use the Boss Studio, and I use the Boss Dr. Rhythm. I also use my GarageBand, and of course I have a keyboard right here. And I use all of them to make music that I feel that they would choose, actually it's a tough business. When you're trying to compete with all these people who've been playing for like 20 to 30 years, and they do orchestra music, and they just have they have the money to do that expansive type of music. That's hard to get into. You have to really be good at doing, making loops sound like the real thing, and that's really hard to do. Anyway, I don't mind talking about other things as well, of course, the entertainment business, of course, like last night, the movie with Straight Outta Compton with Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre now came out with some more music because he was inspired by this movie. I'm glad his son is playing him in the movie. That's great. It'll be interesting to see how it goes because, they had security for this movie. Like, people were going to riot just over this movie being played because it's going to show how things were then and how things haven't really much changed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, anyway. I want to know what you guys think about girls and women in music. And the guys, do you really take girls serious when they're in music, especially like behind the scenes? I think because guys have been doing it so long and they're so used to seeing each other, that's why it's harder for women to be taken seriously in the business. Also, women don't really like being in the studio. Guys can be studio rats. They can stay in there 24/7. Girls, women, they're like, I don't want to be in there all day. Maybe they have kids. I don't know. Maybe they just don't like the fact that you have to be in there all night, and your hair's all messed up and your makeup. Things like that. I don't know. Maybe women just don't have that, patience like guys do. Because guys really like, staying in the studio and doing that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope to, get, people to watch my videos to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I became a YouTube fanatic. A freak about it when I first started getting into watching YouTube videos. And I watched a lot of makeup videos because girls like, makeup and hair. That's not really what I want to do because I'm not a makeup guru. I cannot do makeup. No. I'm just trying to barely look decent myself. You know what I mean? Anyway, the music business can be really tough. I've seen people come and go in the music business I thought would make it. And actually, I had my own TV show where I dealt with a lot of music people and in the industry, and seeing these groups come and go, I chose groups that would be the winners, and they ended up being, very successful. So, I'm very much let's say, there's an old movie called The Idolmaker. If you can ever see that, that's a really good movie. That's what I think of myself, just choosing wise. I haven't had the opportunity to, develop an artist all the way because really it's hard to find an artist that's going to be serious. Really serious. Not just about your music. You got to take care of the business too, and your show business. You know, if you can watch any of the greats like Beyonce, of course Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer of all time, you know, they always took care of their business with their managers. That's another thing I'll talk about, you know, in some other videos. But, you know, if you're going to be in this business, you need to have everything to have that it factor. You need to make sure that you not just have the talent, you have some type of look. It doesn't have to be the cutest, because, you know, guys can get away with looking like doo-doo, believe me, and still be hot, you know, especially the rappers. You know, and then the girls, you know, try to make yourself look as best as possible, because really this is about business. And, you know, that's why you hear of a lot of singers that can sing their butts off, but do not get the deal just because the label's thinking, where are we going to put her? She's not really that cute. And, is her voice that great? You better be Mariah Carey coming out of there, or even better if you're not going to be that cute. And if you know, not doing the status quo, as they say, looking like Britney Spears or, you know, Beyonce. You know, the ones who have everything are the ones who make it big. That's just the way it is. So, you know, what can I say? The music business is not going to change that way. I mean, once, you know, video came out, that's when the looks came in. Before MTV and VH1, you know, people didn't have to look that great because people were just listening to them on the radio. But now, you know, you have to look great. They have to be able to sell you. I mean, there's all type of things. And don't let your family say, oh, you're a great singer, you could be big, you could be da-da-da. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you let me hear your music and it's not good, I just won't say anything. I won't be mean. I just won't say anything. So that means you need to go back to the drawing board and work a little harder, okay? Anyway, I hate doing that to people, but, you know, reality check. If you're a real friend or real family, don't make people waste their time and money thinking they're going to be big when they're not that good. They're just not that good. Okay? So just, you know, leave it alone. Let them go into it. Look, you don't always have to be on stage. Perfect example, Simon Cowell, you know, American Idol. He started out with the band, and he saw that he was not that talented and wasn't going to make it, and he went behind the scenes. Now look at him. He's making more money than he ever would have made trying to be an artist. Or just about any artist out there, he's bigger than. So, you know, we can find jobs in the entertainment business that aren't in front of the camera if you can't, you know, be in front of the camera or on stage. So I'll talk about, you know, definitely a lot of, you know, jobs out there in the entertainment business. Music, acting, fashion, you name anything that's out in the public eye. And you know why these jobs are so hard to get into? It's because the industry you make so much money. Yeah, you make so much money. And so everyone wants to get into it, and that's why it's so cutthroat in all these industries. So we'll see, you know, what we can come up with, you know, for some people that want to get into the business and they want to contact me and just talk about what they're doing. I can give you some advice on the business because I've been in, look, I started off, you know, modeling a little bit. Knew that I was not a model, but, you know, people just like to do it anyway. Do a few fashion shows, that kind of thing. Take some pictures. And I had people ask me to do that, you know, for face modeling, that kind of thing. You know, sometimes people can take really great pictures and don't look that great in person. And some people look really great in person and can't take great pictures. That was me. Yeah. So anyway, I can also tell you about being a singer and songwriter. I was also dancing in my bands. I mean, I did a lot of performances. You know, you have to do a lot of performing to get to a point where, you know, you look like... Okay, I'm back, and the number one thing that you must remember is always be true to yourself. Don't let anyone say that you can't be what you really want to be, but also be realistic, okay? Because there are a lot of people out there wasting their time. They're really not good enough or talented enough to be in entertainment business, whether it's music, acting, fashion, dancing, you name all of them. I've had experience in, so that's why I'm here to give some information regarding what my experiences have been and what I know works and doesn't work. And I've helped a lot of people connect and a lot of people, you know, move on in the business. Just connecting people. And I have family in the business that are, you know, kind of famous. So, you know, it kind of runs in my family. So I know what it's all about. It's family business. Anyway, I really hope you guys watch my videos. And I'm not going to ask you to subscribe.